Each year, nearly 2,000 men and women come to Buckingham Palace to receive awards which have been announced in the Queen's birthday and New Year honours list.
Got up this morning, my teeth wouldn't stop chattering. I've never been so nervous in my life. It's a marvellous day, and thoroughly enjoyed everything. They put you so much at ease here, and it goes too quickly. But, marvellous memory, wonderful, thoroughly enjoyed it.
I've never been a nervous fella. I've always been someone who could always stand in front of a crowd, but today was something just quite special, actually. My knees did begin to knock a little bit, and I think it was so sort of magic to see the Queen standing there, taking time to speak to everyone.
Okay, and let's see some nice smiles. Yes, lovely frozen smiles, maybe. Oh, we're going to lose the hat.
We were nearly late, so quite exciting. And then when we got here, we found, as a matter of fact, we weren't late at all. So we calmed down enormously. I then lost my wife and my children until we saw them again when I received the award. So it's been fun and very awe-inspiring.
That's beautiful. Thank you, madam. That's super good. And once more. Down towards the camera now. Good. This way, madam. Thank you. Thank you. Good.
No, leave it there, look.
You can ring Tavish.
We'll have him in a minute, all right?
You're taking one then, Steve. You want one?
Come on, then.
We have become familiar with scenes like this following investiture ceremony. Now, for the first time, Her Majesty the Queen has given permission for cameras to go behind the scenes to capture the entire ceremony.
Hey, look out, Daddy, for a minute. He's not going to run away.
8 o'clock in the morning, and London begins another working day. But for the 130 men and women who are anxiously making their way from all over the kingdom, it's the culmination of many weeks of preparation. It's the day of their investiture at Buckingham Palace. By 8:30, preparations of the palace are well underway. Everything from the state apartments to the ballroom, the scene of many great state occasions, where today's investiture will take place, are given detailed and careful attention. Throughout the year at St. James's Palace, the staff of the Central Chancery deal with many inquiries about all aspects of the honours system, with the help of records dating back literally hundreds of years. The Chancery also sends out the invitations, together with warrants signed by the Queen and the statutes for each order. When the various insignia arrive from the makers, each star, medal and ribbon is given a final check and then stored in the vaults of the Central Chancery of the Orders of Knighthood.
Margaret, Mrs. Washington. Elizabeth, Mrs. Wade.
Following the compilation of the Queen's birthday and New Year's honours lists, all the details are checked against records and then sent out to be published in the London Gazette. At 10 a.m. precisely, the palace gates are opened to the recipients and their families, whilst last-minute checks in the ballroom are made by the officer in charge, Lieutenant Colonel Anthony Mather.
1 LVO.
3032.
3032. OB Military 3, 123. Civil 8 ladies, 8 and 17.
14 investitures are held annually at Buckingham Palace.
Many congratulations.
6 in the spring, 2 in July, and another 6 in the autumn.
CBE Military 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1 Civil, OBE 9, 4,
8, and 1 is 9.
For most of those to be honoured, and for the guests who come with them, this visit to the palace will be the first and only time in their lives when they will be received by the Queen in the state apartments at Buckingham Palace.
Ladies, cloakrooms to the right, gentlemen to the left, and then proceed up the grand staircase, please. Ladies, cloakrooms to the right, gentlemen to the left, and then proceed up the grand staircase, please.
133 recipients, so a few more than usual. Press 2 at the back there, just 2 seats there, and Tom Corby will be outside. We only know 1 wheelchair recipient and no wheelchair guests.
Each recipient will take away an impression of magnificent sights and sounds that will be long remembered. All will experience a unique sense of occasion that will be hard to match during their lifetime. Part of that sense of occasion will be given by the Yeomen of the Guard, the Queen's oldest bodyguard, arriving here from St. James's Palace. Their long and faithful service to the Sovereign has been maintained for over 500 years. Investitures are stage-managed with almost military precision by military men. The timing of well-rehearsed events leading up to the investiture must be accurate almost to the second. At 11 a.m. precisely, it will begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you like to come this way, please?
Lieutenant Colonel George West skillfully calms the nerves with good humor and sound advice.
I should perhaps first explain that it's really very simple, relaxed, easy, and nothing to worry about. Because at every stage, you'll be guided or led round by an official. So really, nothing can go wrong, I can assure you. Well, if you can imagine, please, that your turn has come, your name has been checked. You're asked to go forward when you stop by the gentleman usher. And once you have heard your surname, which is read by the Lord Chamberlain standing on the dais near the Queen, you then go forward into the middle of the room till you're level with the Queen. When you stop, turn to face her, bow, and in the case of the ladies, curtsy. So I'm not going to demonstrate that. You bow or curtsy for the first time, then you go forward to the edge of the dais on which the Queen is standing. It's about 3 to 4 paces. And please get as close to the edge of the dais as you can, but not actually onto it. That is too far. You will then receive your insignia or a medal. And for those receiving a neck decoration, it goes over your head. So could you please just bend your head forward? It makes it that much easier. And for those receiving a medal, it goes on the hook provided. And after you have received it, the Queen may then say 1 or 2 words, after which she shakes your hand. Then you go back those same 2 or 3 paces, stop, bow or a curtsy for the second and last time, turn to your right, and then you go out of the ballroom doors straight ahead of you. Maybe, in some cases, dare I say it, with a slight sigh of relief. Thereafter, you're shown round to another small room where your medal is immediately taken away from you. But it is almost instantly given back to you in a box. It's just one bit of advice which I usually give as an investiture, and that is if by any piece of bad luck, when your turn comes, you happen to have forgotten every word that I've said, don't worry. All you've really got to do is hope and pray that the person in front gets it right and follow him. But for any gentleman immediately following a lady, there's an obvious trap. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. We are sitting in the ballroom at Buckingham Palace, which is the scene of all major state occasions, state banquets, the annual diplomatic reception, all investitures, and other major occasions. Now, the first thing that's going to happen is that at 10 minutes to 11, a detachment of the Queen's bodyguard, of the yeomen of the guard, will enter through the door through which you came in. They'll take up position here on the dais. They're the oldest royal bodyguard in the world, having been formed by King Henry VII in 1485, and they still wear their Tudor uniforms.
It's just beyond description. I've seen pictures, I've seen television things, but never anything like this at all. The atmosphere, the way everyone looks after you. From the moment you come in, it's so fantastic. I thought the highlight would be getting the outfit and meeting my Queen, but it's not. It's from when you wake up in the morning, and I'm sure till I go to bed.
There'll be a bit of preamble, particularly as we move from one order of chivalry to another and one class to another.
Here, briefing the new knights in the green drawing room, is the present controller of the Lord Chamberlain's office, Lieutenant Colonel Malcolm Ross.
Continue along the red carpet until you're level with and opposite the Queen. Stop, turn to face her, curtsy and bow, and straight away move forward the 3 or 4 paces that separate you from the dais. We want you to go down onto the right knee, and the way we recommend that is to stop behind it where I am, to take the handrail in your right hand, put your left foot on the left side, just go down on the right knee. Please keep your head erect when you're down on the stool, and the Queen will first touch you on the right shoulder and then on the left shoulder. She will say nothing, so straight away stand up and move around to the left of the stool. From then on, it's the same for everybody.
The scene is set. The briefings are over. The investiture is about to begin. It is 11 o'clock, precisely.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
The Royal Victorian Order to receive the honour of knighthood and to be a Knight Commander. Professor Sir Robert Shields for services to medicine.
Clearly, it is the dream of millions of the Queen's subjects to be one of those she meets.
Professor Dame June Lloyd for services to child health.
And there is no doubt that the Queen enjoys meeting the people. Investitures like this enable her to meet exceptional people from all walks of life.
Mr. Armand, there's a little preamble before your name as you're the first of the MPOs. So you wait in front of the gentleman usher until the Lord Chamberlain reads out your surname. Spotted the 2 of them here. They've been absolutely perfect. Up to the gentleman usher and then wait, please.
Superintendent David Hall, and finally Mr. Peter Hall.
Last anxious moments for those waiting in the wings. But help is on hand.
Right, sir. When we go across the other side, we're going to cross the ballroom and turn right at the other end and down the cross gallery. If you walk alongside me, we won't get the long tailway. Thanks.
Mr. John Rees, for services to education.
Sir Winston Churchill once said, "The object in presenting medals, stars and ribbons is to give pride and pleasure to those who deserve them." The court correspondents are there to talk to the recipients. Sir Jimmy Savile, television personality and a tireless fundraiser for charity, tells Tom Corby about his special messages of congratulation.
A telegram, a very rare telegram from the Duke of Edinburgh.
An air telegram?
No, a very rare telegram, because we don't send them generally.
Yeah.
Telegram from the Duke of Edinburgh, and one from Angus Ogilvy.
This is when you got, this is when it was announced?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You do a little practice in there, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I did it twice.
Yeah, and I see you bow twice too, and you're swaying in time to the music.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Yes, the Trish Trash Polka, you
yeah, of course, that's me. Plenty of that. Plenty of Trish Trash.
Up to the General Usher now, then wait, please. Squadron Leader Hewitt? Correct. Spotted your family yet?
Yes, thank you, yes.
Lined up.
Lovely setting, isn't it?
It's a marvellous setting here, yes. It's a pretty large room, too.
It's a nerve-wracking morning, this.
It is?
Yeah.
No, the next bit goes quite quickly.
Now we'll put it in a box, and then you must find many occasions to wear it.
It'll have to be led to keep me going.
Good, right. And in fact, you then go straight on through, and the pipe major will show you where to go next. Thank you. Sorry, getting in your way. Well done. Enjoy that.
TV is easier than...
Yes, very true. Yeah.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Knight's Bachelor, to receive the honour of knighthood. Sir Alan Shepherd, for services to the food and beverages industry. The Most Excellent Order of the British Empire to be Commander of Civil Division. The Imperial Service Order to be Companion. The Royal Red Cross. The Queen's Gallantry Medal to be decorated. The Queen's Gallantry Medal to be decorated. The Royal Victorian Medal Silver to be decorated. The Polar Medal to be decorated. For services in Northern Ireland, the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire to be Officers of Military Division. The Distinguished Conduct Medal to be decorated.
Honours and awards are not given lightly. They have been justly earned. The investiture ceremony itself represents an acknowledgement of a particular achievement.
Cassandra Mrs. Aylward, for services to the British Coal Corporation.
Family and friends are there to share the moment. Most societies have honours of one sort or another, but in no other country is the bestowing of titles and decorations performed in such splendid surroundings and with such grace and style. Each investiture ceremony lasts a little over an hour and brings together not only those whose efforts may be well known to us all, but also many whose achievements we may not have heard of until brought to the fore by the investiture ceremonies. As today's investiture comes to an end, there can be no doubt that the day will have given lasting pride and pleasure to all.
Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Love to come back again and do it tomorrow, but I don't think they're going to invite us, unfortunately. Have to wait a few years.
I mean, it's something, I'm 74, and never in my life have I been able to experience anything like it to come up to it. And the Queen, she's wonderful.
I think that even the very important people who are here today, they feel exactly the same way that I do. It's something that we have and nobody else has in the world, you know. I'm sorry about this.
Churchill's friend, Brendan, I don't know, Pat.
What is I felt that any minute my head was going to go whizzing across the room as though I'd been guillotined, and the only way I could control it was by putting my hand up and trying to hold it back on again.
No.
What I was concentrating on, quite frankly, was not fainting into the candle, because I was feeling very hot, all right. I was feeling very sick, very dizzy, and all I had to do was just cry and keep conscious, even though I couldn't keep conscious mentis until they finished with me.
You think, I'm no